Previously, on the IronMan Chronicles series, we obtained our first uncut Hydrix and completed the Children of Ma, Extinction, and Sliske Endgame quests.
And you get 12,000 damage, and you get 12,000 damage. This man's getting beat the fuck up by a snowman.
We wrapped up the last video by finishing the Ode to the Devourer quest and then proceeding to do some rituals to unlock some of the most powerful incantations the game has to offer. With these new incantations achieved, we can now set our sights on Rasial and other PvM endgame challenges. Hello, welcome back. Today's video will have a lot of content as we set our eyes towards our first Rasial kill as well as some other PvM feats. We will start by working towards our 92 prayer here, which unlocks Soul Split, which makes camping buyers for further prayer training significantly easier and opens a door to PvM. So we're just doing some AFK gate here while working. And we're about to get level 92 crafting, which is halfway to 99, and also just one level off being able to boost for the Amulet of Souls. Up next is a clip of me getting level 74 farming, and now we're doing our daily challenges, and we're getting ourselves level 61 cooking. Here we are now back at the gate, and we are now finally at level 93 crafting, which is monumental for unlocking the Amulet of Souls, which will help in nearly every PvM encounter. So with our newly acquired Amulet of Souls and our 92 prayer, we went to Krill, and we're trying to get ourselves one more subjugation piece, so that way I can upgrade my necromancy armor from tier 80 to tier 90. So in this next clip here, I get myself another hood of subjugation, which is really nice because I will be able to use that for getting the final greater insult cloth required for the tier 90 necromancy armor. I have returned to Hermit here to get a defense level. I'm now working towards 95 for the eventual Rasial armor, which is tier 95. And right here is my final Hermetic plate, which I actually went pretty dry on, as you can see. But here is the 30th plate attained. You'll see the 29 that we got from the kills, as well as the pet that we got early on and went spooned on. We just finished a Raxi kill here, so we can use the Greater Insult Cloth to make a Venomous Cloth, which is one of the components that are needed for the tier 90 power armor task from Keely. And unfortunately, no luck on the pet roll. So here we're doing a Telos kill, which is the second component for the tier 90, and no major loot to discuss here, just some seeds. But afterwards we went to do some rune crafting to prepare for an Elite Dungeon 3 run. We also managed to snag ourselves level 66 rune crafting, which is nice. And with that, we got our runes and we headed to Elite Dungeon 3. So here's our first Leviathan kill. We did this all solo. This kill was a little slower than I was used to on my IronMan, since we still don't have all the upgrades. However, though, we did make things work. So now we're doing Terror Cat, and here we had a pretty smooth kill, all things considered, though. We didn't do as great of a job, ideally, as we would like with the skeletons. We did take a lot of damage there. And then that leads us here to Ambassador. And, well, you'll see here, unfortunately, I took my mage prayer off a tick too soon and had a little death there. So I went back immediately, and on the second try, sure enough, I managed to secure the kill. Time-wise, not too impressive, but a kill's a kill, and we also managed to get 92 defense. Another stepping stone towards the 95 goal for that hopeful Rasial armor drop that we'll get hopefully in the near future here. And we're about to get our Necroplasm for the third component and also our final component for the tier 90 power armor, which is going to be very helpful as we start to work towards these endgame encounters. With our three components now in hand, we go back to Keely, and we're going to get the achievement so that we're now able to make all of the tier 90 power armor, which is going to be very helpful for every PVM encounter moving forward until we get the Rasial armor. So we're now making the tier 90 armor with our cloth and all the components that we've gathered from earlier in the video, and that is the achievement for completing the tier 90 power armor. So next I went ahead and completed some of the requirements for Remains of the Necrolord quest, which include these saga mini quests, or quests if you will. And funny enough, actually on the second one I didn't notice, I didn't get 100%, so I actually had to redo the quest because I didn't know getting the 100% completion was a requirement. These quests were all pretty annoying, to be honest, and I was doing them at 2 a.m. in the morning, so it was a pretty bad decision on my end, to be fair. But there is level 69 thieving, and that takes us now to the Remains of the Necrolord quest, which is the final quest before we have the Rasial quest, Alpha versus Omega, which is a huge milestone that I've been working on for the last few weeks. And with the lamps here, you'll see I'll get a dungeoneering level out of it, which is always nice. So that is level 83 dungeoneering. At one point I did want 85 to help with the prayer ground at Frost Dragons, but that time has passed, so still a good level. But here we are now finishing up Alpha versus Omega with our first encounter of Rasial, which was a lot easier than I remembered doing it on my main IronMan, but this was story mode, so it's a lot easier than the regular mode, which you will see later. But with that being said, that is the completion of the Alpha versus Omega quest, which is massive. And here we are just cooling off with all the grinding and getting ourselves the tier 3 sleeping quarters, which is going to be very helpful for collecting resources. And here we're just fletching some maple unstrung bows just to get some tensile components to help with augmenters, but here is level 77 fletching. So I woke up the following morning and decided to spend the day AFKing at work grinding General Graardor, and I got quite a few Bandos drops, mostly gloves, and you'll see tassets, which Cyrus actually made a joke later about the pants drop rate. But anyways, the key here is that the Bandos armor is arguably the best non-degradable armor, which is really nice for sustaining a virus since we'll be camping there for a while as we work towards getting level 95 prayer. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but the 95 prayer gave a huge accuracy bonus at many bosses that the Leech Curse simply did not, which really reinforced going after that level at a much more aggressive timeline. You'll see there I just got 93 defense, which again, another stepping stone towards that 95 that we're working on, and we also managed to snag 97 hit points. I did grow a little impatient though and decided to do the first Rasial kill in the account. So I will do a voiceover here at the Rasial clip, which as you can see in this remainder of the fight, things did not go too great. As one may expect with the current setup, gear, and prayers that I'm using, but I was also very rusty at this boss, and quite frankly I haven't done it since completing the log on my main IronMan, which took actually 2,656 kills to get the crown. So a little unlucky there. Hopefully I do a little better this round on the group IronMan. But anyways, you can see I'm struggling really bad on food, and I'm running low on brews. I'm not having a good time. So here I'm just kind of hoping that I'll be able to clutch out the kill. I had my doubts pretty much from the middle of the kill that I would even be able to finish this one, and I would need to do some practice to get a kill secured. But sure enough, we were able to do the final part of the fight pretty efficiently with cycling through defensives, predominantly using debilitate and reflect, and then using some burst damage when the opportunity was available. And obviously the Hellhound was a huge carry throughout the entire kill, but especially here at the end, quite frankly and literally keeping me alive until the end. And fortunately I have my skulls back up that just really helped secure the kill. But you can see literally sitting here at a couple doses of brew left and basically chancing myself right there twice, and yet I somehow still managed to clutch this kill out. Probably the ugliest Rasial kill I've ever done, and a very impressive survived kill of nearly 5 minutes, but Fortunately, kills have gotten better since then. So now we are wrapping up the day by first securing the assistant qualification, which will be helpful and is a requirement for unlocking the Fury of the Small Relic, which Ant has graciously helped us with, giving us the level 97 Archaeology Relic, which I was able to use to unlock the Fury of the Small Relic prematurely, which is really nice. I also decided, with the remaining energy left on my monolith, to unlock the Blessings of Het Relic, which will give us additional healing from brews and food, which will keep us alive at Rasial and make things less painful. With that being said, that takes us to the end of the video. I appreciate you all again for sticking around and supporting the channel. I do want to say this is actually part 1 of 2 for the week, so expect to see another video upload hopefully in a couple days or so, maybe even tomorrow if I'm able to knock it out quick enough. We will have accomplished some really insane PVM feats and drops, so you do not want to miss this. I did decide to separate the 2 videos. That way I could deliver these videos in a more timely manner, and that way the next video will be much more PVM focused than this one, if this wasn't enough already. So stay tuned.